Well, for more on the African Nations Championship, which of course aims to give players plying their trade in domestic leagues more exposure, we're now joined by football analyst Abdul Musa from London. Now, Abdul, of course, as the competition continues and qualifying continues rather for the fourth edition, do you feel that the tournament is living up to its objectives? I mean, are countries really taking the competition seriously?
Well, I think most countries are taking the competition seriously. In the first edition, in 2009, we only had 8 nations participating, whereas now we have 16. I think for me that the African Nation Championship is a good tournament, especially for the nations who rely mainly on their home-based players, nations such as Uganda, Sudan, Libya, who won it recently. I think it's a good chance for them to compete for some continental silverware, whereas they might not be as fortunate in the African Cup of Nations. I also think that the Chan is a good opportunity for local based players to showcase their talent compared to normal domestic leagues that they play in week out. So I think that these are the objectives that Chan helps to fulfill.
Well, South Africa's had a few challenges in the lead up to all of this, and of course, I mean, they've been battling with players being released for duty to this competition. Do you think that perhaps this two-year format that the tournament follows, like AFCON, might need to be re-looked at and perhaps be changed?
Well, I think that this shouldn't be much of a problem. The same way clubs release their players for the AFCON, it should be for the Chan as well. I think it should be given the priority. At the moment, increasing the number of years between each edition is probably not good for the tournament. It probably decreases popularity and reputation. For me, Chan at the moment, it needs to cement its place in the African footballing calendar. So at the moment, maybe FAs can compromise with clubs to maybe decrease the number of domestic league games during the tournament, but I think overall the Chan should be given the priority in this case.
Well, now let's take a look at a country like Egypt. It's one of those countries that has a rich domestic base, but since the inception of Chan, we haven't seen them do well in this competition. Why is this so?
With Egypt, it's a strange case. I mean, I think they only participated once in 2009 with an under-20 squad and didn't manage to qualify, which is a real shame because Egypt has probably one of the strongest leagues in Africa. And if they were to participate in Chan, maybe they would be one of the strongest favourites to win the tournament. I think it's maybe down to the prize money at the moment is not too appealing. Also, the reputation of the tournament at the moment, but it'd be really nice to see teams like Egypt participate in the future because they do really have a strong home-based squad.
All right, well, thanks for your insights, Abdul. Abdul Musa there speaking to us from London.